Hello and welcome. My name is Ajaxpost and you join me today once again in Transport Fever 2 in one of the final few episodes of the Bristol series. And you may notice I'm starting here in pause mode, which I do spend a lot of time in game in pause mode, as you may well know, but I don't often start in pause mode. But I thought I would do this here today, particularly looking at this train in this station, because it leads me into a couple of things I want to get off my chest and confess and admit to before we get into the actual gameplay today. First off, I must apologise sincerely to Steve M4 and all you good people who understand how electric trains work and have some knowledge of the APT train which we sat here, which we introduced in the last episode, well I tried to, and is a brand new mod from the aforementioned Steve M4. Now what I was doing when I tried to configure this train was I was going into managing the vehicle. Let's do that here, shall we? I was going into managing it here and I was looking at the multi-unit electrics, and there's the APT, and it comes in a number of varieties of particular consists, which were fine. They work quite nicely. But I thought I wanted a few more passengers on this train because it's replacing a previously quite significant train setup I had. So I thought I'd create my own. I'd put in the front and the rear trailers and put in all the appropriate wagons for the APT. They're in here somewhere, I'm sure they are. Yeah, they will be if I could find them. Oh, no, there they are, the APT coach. Like, obviously. But what you noticed, as I noticed when I tried to get the trains running, is there was no power car. Because that's the front and end of this vehicle are not power cars. What I'd failed to notice, and for which I must apologise to Steve, and again, any of you who actually understand how these trains work, is that the power car is an electrical unit, and because it is a motive unit, is actually in the electrical locomotives section of the depot. So if we go back into that, it's not a passenger coach, it is not a multiple unit, it is here in the electrical locomotives. And there it is, the 370 APT power car, and there it is. Yeah, I completely failed to find it last time round, but I did get it, I think, as I added in the annotation to the video. I found it shortly after I finished the recording and spent a little more time looking for it. So yes, thank you, that's all sorted now. So we've now got a nice, fairly substantial train carrying 168 people. It is, however, a little bit on the long side, as you can see here in Parkway. And there's another station which we'll look at in a second where it's a little bit too long as well, and we'll deal with that. But something else, which is why I wanted to start here at Parkway, so if we look at all the lines going through Parkway here, that's the train lines, these, we've got two fairly busy, well actually very busy passenger lines, the Bristol North, the Red Line, and the Bristol Wales Main Line, which is what our APT is on, and also this freight line, the fuel supply going through the middle. Now it has a single pass-through track here, and if I bring that back up again, because it goes through there, it does kind of intersect and get in the way of the other trains going through here, and because the other two passenger services are also very busy, they get in each other's way. So what I've done here to help alleviate that, rather than rebuilding the entire station again from scratch, is I've simply added a single additional platform to this for the Bristol North to stop at. So if we look at that, so Bristol North, if I bring this line up, this is better, isn't it? Yeah, so coming into Bristol Parkway, it comes out here on the outer platform rather than going through on the centre too. So hopefully that alleviates, as I said, the hold-ups that were happening on the APT train, and in fact on the Bristol North service as well. So that was costing me money as all these trains queued up getting between those two stations, particularly Parkway and Patchway. So there's that little bit of work done there. But finally, before we get into the main work of the episode, I want to go across the water to Newport. There's Newport, there we are, the other end of the Bristol Wales main line. Where's Newport? There we are. And as you can see, the APT is a little bit too long for this platform, which means there is a penalty applied to the loading speed. So it loads at 0.95 of normal rate. So it's a little bit slower emptying and filling up. So I'm thinking, could do with extending this platform, or both platforms, extending the station generally. So what I'm going to do is if I get that train out of the way, that'll do it. Then I can reconfigure this station, can't I? And I think that is a fairly tight curve, but I think we should be alright, because they have to slow down anyway, don't they, going into a station? Well, they should. So we're going to take all this away, upset everybody. The train has mostly disappeared, but we'll bring it back, don't worry, it will come back. And we'll reconfigure our station. We'll add in some new track. This is high-speed electrical. Yeah, because the APT is electrical. So that goes there, and some platforms. Now this, I'm going to carry on using the old green, very old style. So these are those platforms. Where are you? There you are, you're at the end. We'll just take an empty one at the end. Put you there and there. Well, should I put the green canopies? Yeah, we'll add extra canopies here. So actually, are you here? No, I think you're actually in a separate canopy section, aren't you? Yes, you are. So I've got to go all the way back on this menu. There you are, canopies, and there you are, the green canopy. We'll slip you there, which means that the APT should fit very nicely, very snugly into that station. We'll get rid of all this. Is that enough track removal? So again, we want high speed. There you go. It is going to be catenary. Might as well put parallel track. Actually, yeah, that road's going nowhere. Don't need that at all. So I'll put this on. So parallel tracks, and the tracks come in on the left, or the extra parallel track comes in on the left-hand side. I probably won't get much better than that, so we'll take that, I think. Though that is a very tight curve, so I'm not sure how good this crossover is going to be here. So if I put you in there like that, and oh, it works. That's nice. I'm a touch surprised. I remember their previous games, Transport Fever, the first one, and also Train Fever. Well, I don't think you could do diamonds in Train Fever. That was so long ago. Yeah, but certainly on Transport Fever 1, no way you could put a switch in like that on such a curve. But thankfully, the rules have been loosened a little bit. Or maybe they were more realistic, I don't know. So you go in there, and we could put signals here as well. So there, these obviously aren't going to be one-way signals. That's good. So coming in here, yeah, and likewise the Midland and Welsh. Yeah, everything looks fine. And you don't have a loading penalty anymore. Awesome, so that's that sorted out. So what are we going to do today? First off, actually, I want to do a couple more replacements. We were looking at Bristol North earlier, and that is, as I said at the time, Bristol is getting so big these days. There's Patchway. Yeah, Bristol North is one of my very busy lines. If I bring you over here, you're simply going from Bristol Parkway up to Pilning. It's not a huge line, it is very much a sort of local suburban line. But, I mean, if you look at the number of passengers waiting, out of Parkway, 240. Out of Patchway, 13 or 48. Well, okay, I think the train has just been, but, you know. And Almondsbury, 194, and even a little Pilning, 52. So we've got 3 trains on here at the moment with a maximum capacity of 240 between them, and each one carries 80. And I'm thinking we could upgrade these. Ooh, plane. Oops, there it goes. Lovely. Yes, I might mention that again later. That's a bit of a tease, but which may or may not come to fruition. We'll see how today's episode goes. What was I thinking? Oh yes, we want new trains on there, I think. I want to have them slightly larger in capacity. But having looked at what's available to replace these trains, I mean, they are 18 years old now, I think. 18, yeah. In terms of multiple diesels, if we put capacity on there, so we sort that way around. I think the big capacity diesels are these big sort of intercity trains. And I don't want that on a local suburban route like this. The 150 carries 93, goes at 75, which actually might not be too bad. How fast do these go maximum? 90. Actually, I'm thinking on that route, it isn't terribly long, 75 might not be a big problem. So I could put you on there. Are you an old train though? From 1984. We're in 2011. Could do with a better train, I think. So this is the 158, which carries this 80. Unfortunately, it only comes in this arrangement, this sort of consist. So you don't have any greater capacities on there. However, looking at electrics, we do have a few more higher capacity electrics, like these 95s. They go faster, so they're going to cost me a good deal more. But I don't have any, I don't think. Your 84 only slightly bigger. I don't have any which are in First or Great Western liveries. I've got the Lynx coach, whatever that is. These aren't one railway. I don't know what that is. National East Anglia. We're not East. Oh, hang on. We've got First Capital Connect. You're only a capacity of 80. You see, that's not so good. I want large capacity. So what I'm thinking of doing is putting in an inappropriate livery for this. So I'm thinking these things might go in here quite nicely. What's a 4-car carry? 75? No. This apparently I think is Southeastern. But it's a kind of First dark blue, he said. Not really thinking anyone would believe him. But there you go. So I'm thinking I'll replace them with those, I think. Except that's electric, which means I need to electrify all these stations. So if I do that... Aha! Oh, that's interesting. 2 trains are currently on electrified lines, which is fair enough. So I need to electrify the rest so that 3rd train can change as well. Where's my track? There you go. Tools, electrification, and I think all that line in there should be fine. I think you're all electrified, aren't you, going in there? If I take you away. Yeah. Okay, apart from that line, which I think is I'm not sure where that goes. Yeah, that's fine. So it's all coming out here. So it's this end needs to be fixed. Okay, so I am going to finish off this electrification work here, and I'll come back to you. It won't take me too long, but you don't need to sit watching me do it because you've seen it done before. You know how it works. I'll come back to you in a second. Right, so that's all been fixed. So all the trains now on Bristol North are larger and electrified. Lovely. So much more eco-friendly, apparently, which is good. What are you? Oh, you're the fuel train, aren't you, coming in? Yeah, you're waiting for a free path. Once that train gets out of the way, you should be able to go through on the bypass track. There it goes. That's fine. So we've done Bristol North. Okay, so that's the intro to this episode, the sort of catching up maintenance kind of stuff. It occurred to me, I don't think I'm supplying machines to any of my towns, or indeed cities. So we could try doing that, and it's not the simplest, but there it is, a Cheddar machines factory. So we're going to need planks, and we have a sawmill down here in Cheddar, and we've got forests that we are not using at the moment. We're going to need steel, for which we have got coal, we have ore, we have more coal, we have more ore, we have a steel factory. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to set up an exciting new freight route in a desperate attempt to supply machines to whoever needs them. Okay, who needs machines? Nobody. Ah, Congressbury needs machines. The others, some towns have got it as a new demand, but that is a very small demand, obviously, so that won't help us too much. Oh, Backwell, Clevedon. There are quite a few towns that want machines. So let's see how we can do that. So first off, we're going to get rid of these roads. So it just gives me a clearer idea of where I can fit my stations in. So it's certainly going to be a train to get the steel from there to wherever the machine's factory was, all the way over there. Is that the closest one we've got? I think it is. Ooh, hang on. We've got a steel factory up here. Oh, I'm using that already. That's right, for the goods. Okay, so we'll leave that one in use. Okay, there's some capacity there we could make use of, but I'm not going to. So obviously this is a very heavy industry part of the map, which I don't think is true in reality, but you know. So yeah, so we got that. We can send that over there. We can probably use trucks to get at least the first supplies of coal and ore into there, and the sawmill. We could use trucks, I think, to kick that off, but we might have a short rail route in there as well. Okay, let's get the steel going first, shall we? So we're going to want a train station. A cargo train station in particular. It's going to be a through station. We'll make it 160 to start with. We'll put 2 platforms on to show willing, because we might be getting our coal and ore from more distant places in the future. There's a coal mine up there. There are other more ore deposits elsewhere as well. So yeah, we could be doing that. I think if we have you placed a bit like this, and will you connect to, you will, but what I'm going to want to do, I think, is make that station building a bit bigger, and I'm not sure if I'm going to be allowed to do that. So if I delete that and that, can I put on a big cargo building, or a bigger cargo building on there? One like that. Oh, I can. That's good. A large main building? No, that is asking a bit much. But I'm okay, I think, with that. That will work quite nicely in there. And perhaps another one of those. Yeah? Looks a bit more like a real big important cargo station. And I've got the wrong tracks. Oh, for goodness sakes. I really should pay attention to all the things the dialogue box tells me. So, tools. Make it, it's not going to be electric actually. So we want to turn that off. Well, I don't think it's going to be electric, but we do want it to be high speed. Despite the fact that the trains are going to be stopped, obviously, at the station. And we're going to want to make it a little bit bigger. At least one more length, so that'll make it 200, won't it? So platforms, cargo. This side or that side? Doesn't really matter, I'll make it this side. There we go, and some tracks. High speed. There you go. So that's you in there. So the coal and the ore will come in. Ooh, we could. I'm thinking just send them round the back. Round the back, yeah. We'll leave that little bit of road in there. Again, I'm just going to make it a through station. Because that's... Ooh, have we got inclines on here? Dear me, looks like we have. I want them to be a bit of a gap between the building and the station. There you go. There you are. You connect there. So I've got room to add additional platforms to this. Okay. Right, so we're going to configure you. we're going to get rid of that for a start. And you're coming in that way. Okay, so I'll get rid of you. Oh, and you. And we'll put in... This is going to be... the thing is, then they're not depositing aggregate or anything, are they? But they are picking it up out of the lorries, so we could put you... You are aggregate? Yeah. It just is that. Actually, you're not. You don't need to be big, do you? Because we're just simply depositing it. So we just need you like that, and a little shed for the man to work in. And then on the other side, this is going to be. Again, we'll put the shed in, and this is going to be our coal platform, like so. Yeah, I think that works. And we want street access. These are going to be simply more like country roads. That should be good. Let's get rid of that. Go away. We'll come out like so. Ooh. No, we don't want it going down quite so precipitously to start with. I'll take you out like that. Okay. And likewise out here. That's good. I just want to put this little bit of road back in here to sort of connect everything up. A sort of an internal road for the steel plant. And I can have you. Will you connect to... Oh, you do connect to that. That's cool. Like so. And like so. Looks a little bit wonky, but you know, it does what I want it to do. So our ore up here. If I put you in like so. Really is very unattractive, isn't it? But that's what I've gone and done. So so the coal is trucks going in, coming out, going in there, coming around like so. The ore is coming in, depositing, and coming around that way. Oh, that's fine. So again, we just need to have a sort of triangular thing coming off here and going up to there. Okay, so we have now two routes we can create. A coal line, which will be very black, going from there to there. So we'll call it Froome Coal Bulk. So we do want some waypoints. I knew we did. So we'll put those. Where should we put those? Which one should we use? There you go. So you are coming out. Coming out. I think that's all we'll need. Manage that line. So after Shepton mallet branch, you want to go there. Excellent. And our other line, which will be kind of iron ore colour, which apparently is that. From there to there. And you're going to come out from here. Splendid. And both go round the round like they should do. And that is going to be, call that midsummer ore bulk. That's nice. So that's that set up. So we just need to create a similar thing for our planks to get into the steel factory, sorry, the machines factory over here. Right, so I will do that off camera because it's very much the same operation, and we'll come back when I'm ready to connect it up to a train station. Now, I think this will do. We have a station here at Cheddar Annex. I probably want to change the names of these stations, to be honest, but we'll get back to that as and when we need to. That's got 2 incoming logs lines. I'm doing them both by road, which should be okay. As we've said before, we've now got some quite fast and large trucks at our disposal, so that should be all right. They should be able to deal with this. We have got quite a busy oil route going on here as well, and I didn't want to interrupt that with crossover traffic, so I have built a little bridge there between the Burnham-on-Sea forest and the Cheddar Annex sawmill. Oh, let's change that. I can't be done with that. No, that's a ridiculous name for a station. Cheddar sawmill. That will do much. That's much better. And then the other line coming down here from the Cheddar forest. Oh, we do need a little waypoint in there actually. Yeah, you can go there. Manage that line. I thought these were working fine, but obviously they're not. So after the sawmill, go there. That's better. So you two come in there. Now we need to connect that those planks up to the machines factory, and we need to connect our steel mill wherever that is. I've lost it already. Where is our steel mill? All the way over there. Well, it's quite some way, so you need to come in to there. In fact, we could do this by truck as well, to be fair. But no, we're going to create a big train station here, I think. So we'll get rid of some of this redundant road. And we're going to build a nice big train station with high-speed tracks without catenary. Thank you very much. Can I put you in there? That looks kind of cool, doesn't it? Off that road. Yep. And again, can I remove you? No, not the whole station. Can I remove just that platform there? That one? Yep. And put in a proper sized management building for what is a substantial station after all. Medium one. Yeah, can I put a large one in there? Not. What if I delete that? Can I get a... No. Okay, medium is the best it's going to be. So we'll put you in there, and we can have a couple of you like so. Looking good. So we need some track. We need another station. No, we've got the other station over there. So we just need some track. So that'll be track. It's going to be high speed, no catenary. And where's this going to go? From there all the way across to there. Looks kind of straightforward, but I have a suspicion our gradients will get in the way. Oh, actually, do I want to make this station bigger? I probably do, actually. So we'll make it a little bit cargo platform bigger on this side. On this side, I think. Yeah. And the track. Slip you in there. Cool. We'll get rid of you. Don't need you. That is a fairly busy bus line we've got going in there, which I don't want to interrupt. So can we build a little bit of a bridge along here? That's going down. I want to go up rather. Yes, but you are far too high. Let's start that again. 1, 2, 3. Put that there to there. Minimum height. Take it down to 5. Will that suffice? I'm sure 5 meters is more than high enough. But 5.5. No, not like that. Really? It's a little bit of road. Okay, up a little bit more. Okay, now you're happy. Okay, so what sort of bridge do we want? Ooh, one of you. You look very modern. Yep, we'll take you, I think. That's fine. Do we need you to go up or down? Stay on the level. That's cool. We'll do that. Oh, we don't need that track. That was just there so I could roughly know where the heck I was going. You up to there. That's lovely. We'll take you down again. And where the heck are we going? We're going to go, I think, around this big hill. There are indeed big hills around Wells and Cheddar, so this is no surprise that we've got this difficult terrain to deal with. Along here. Yeah, lots of hills. Where the heck are we going? Down there. Okay, that road's in the way. Can we? You want to go up there, do you? You do. And building a bridge. We'll put a little one in there. Which one was it? You'll do. You're quite a smart looking bridge. Again, skirting round the bulk of these hills. Another bridge? Do we have to? We don't have to. We could put an embankment in there. Yeah, let's do that. And continuing along here, that's a nasty bit of tunnel. Well, it's a nasty long bit. That's a bit better, being shorter. And round here, where are we? Where is our steel mill? Up there. Yeah, we're going to want to go. Oof. Oh, okay. We've got this mess of train track there as well. So we're going to have to swing quite smartly round here. What looks like another significant length of tunnel. Unless I cut the landscape like so. Nasty. Very nasty. But that had to be done sometimes. But my concern here is, are we going to get over or under that track there? We might actually go over it. That's, yeah, we're going up here. Right. We have got a bridge. Excellent. And that should... yeah, we should then be able to get into that station quite nicely. Slowing down to about 165 at minimum there. So let's build ourselves a bit of a bridge. Which one did we use? I do wish it would remember. Was it that one? I think it was. And likewise here. That's looking all right. And we'll embankment that. There you go. And can we swing round into the station? We can indeed. But I want to be on there. Good. That is quite the route. It really is. Right, let's see if we can double track this. And the bridge is still working. No pillar collisions. That's quite impressive. And the final stretch into the steel mill. There it goes. And we probably ought to have some sort of switch in here. Now, we've only got one mine supplying these materials, so I'm not sure to justify that length of route, but you know, it is what it is. Shall I change the name of this station? Yes, I will. Shepton Mallet Steelworks. Excellent. And the other end of that, again, we'll have a bit of a crossover. Like so. Are you playing silly buggers because there's a bit of a slope here? Yes, you are, aren't you? Oh, you annoying thing. There was me saying just several minutes ago now how much better this game was at handling switches on curves. But it still doesn't like slopes. Possibly because they're going into bridges. I wonder if smoothing would help at all. Can't imagine it will, but you never know. Nope, it does something really nasty with that. So let's, if I delete all this like that, put the track back in as one single length, it might be happier with it. The slope is still going to be there, of course, but it's all going to be a consistent slope, he said, hopefully. There you go. That's better. Job done. And while we wait for autosave to complete, we'll plan some signals. One-way ones, obviously. Yes. Let's get our signals outgoing. So there you go. And it's done the job I wanted it to do. It's quite a long route. I'm sure it'll work, he said, hopefully. More in hope than expectation. There you go. Yeah, the signals aren't aligned, but so what? They don't need to be, I suppose. And we'll have a stop signal here at the front of that switch, and likewise at the other end. Wherever that is. Where the heck is it? There it is. About there. So can we set up a route? Taking steel from there. Yes. To there. Yes. And are you double tracking it? Yes, you are. Well, you had to really, because I've only got one-way signals in there. So this is going to be my Shepton steel bulk line. And do we want to take those goods out, the machines out from there anywhere? So Cheddar wants a few. 2. Yeah, that's not going to sustain that sort of industrial chain, is it? Burnham-on-Sea, no. Barrow, no. Breen, no. Okay. Well, what we'll do, we'll get some trains and trucks on here, and then we'll finish the episode, and we'll explore my exciting ideas about how we can get these machines distributed to the towns what need them. Now, we're going to need some truck depots somewhere. Do we have any? Could you connect to... You could actually, yes. So where's that street? That's you. So if we upgrade you all the way there and there, then we can connect you round the forest to go there. That's sweet. Very sweet indeed. And in fact, what I'll do is I'll do that just to make the journey a little bit shorter. So what sort of trucks do we want carrying logs into... Oh, we haven't got any way of getting the, the planks to the machines factory, have we? Yeah, that's going to be... Okay, let me do that now quickly. I think I finally got that now. I think we've got all the bits we need put together to create a workable machines industry chain. So yeah, we've got a little new route which goes from the sawmill here up to Cheddar Holt. No, that's not going to be called Cheddar Holt. This is going to be called... Just call it Cheddar Exchange, because we are exchanging planks there to be turned into something else, like machines. So we now need 3 lines worth of trucks. So we can use our truck depot here, and we're going to be buying cargo. First off, to take logs. What have we got? Let's go with capacity. So our highest capacity is these here. They carry 52 at 250,000. You take 30 at 150. Now these are curtain side trailers. Oh, that's what they're called, is it? Okay. Ooh, you guys carry 32. You go for quite fast there. Quite like the idea of these big ones, but these are slightly smaller. 42. I think we'll go with the man. Yeah. So we'll take 7. 7 for the moment. Okay. And the first 3. Now the first 4 can go on that route there, which is the longer one, the Cheddar Logs Bulk. Yes. And the remaining 3 can go on the slightly shorter Burnham Logs Bulk. That's that one there. And now we need some vehicles to take planks. Got you. Drop side. Oh, you're quite good. 52. Yeah, again we could use you. Just 3 for the moment, I think. And you can go on the Cheddar Planks Bulk. That's it. That's all done. So you guys should start working. We have a truck depot here. And what vehicles do we want? We want iron ore. Again, I like you. I like the capacity. And you're not going hugely fast. Okay, we'll buy 6 of you. Okay. So 6 of you. Oh, sorry, 3 of you can go onto the coal route. Through coal. And the other 3 onto Midsummer ore. There you go. So where are our trains going to come from? Do we have a train depot? We have train depots over there by Westbury. You could work. Do we have one over this side at all? Oh, the Western-super-Mare. No, I think this route here, this might work better. Okay, let's try that. That's it. Parallel tracks, no. If I take you out of here, like so, don't want to make it too expensive. And I want to bring you down here. Okay. Can I connect you onto this track? It says it doesn't want to, which I really don't believe, because I'm sure it does. Oh, there's a fun. It's on an embankment. That won't help much, will it? Will that help a little bit? I might need to flatten it entirely. It does help. Fine. Okay, 79 then. Right, so you're doing that. Where's the... There you are. Oh, that looks awful, doesn't it? Get rid of you. That's not brilliant, but it's only a one... It only serves one singular purpose, and that is to get trains onto that line. So we will have it also run into the other track there. Okay, so we're going to try and get a train then. It's going to come out of here. And it's going to be a diesel. Actually, let's look at the power. You go 95. Oh, you go 99. 2462. It's going to be one of you then, isn't it? I think. Yeah, 95. Not sure we'd be going that fast, but it's got room to do that. Rail freight grey. Okay. We'll do that. And what we are going to be carrying is steel. 95 is our maximum possible. There should be speed then. Yeah, you guys. Okay, you don't carry a great deal, do you? You really do not carry a great deal at all. Get more in a truck, or we'll use the standard flat car. Well, we could use you because I like the way you roll the steel up. We only go 75. No, we need something that goes faster. We'll try you. We'll buy just the one. Okay, and we want to put you on this steel route all the way over here. Shepton steel bulk. And you can do it. Okay. Right, I will move this forward a little bit while our vehicles get into position, and then we should see something happening when I come back on the other side of a sexy video effect. And so it looks like our trucks and our train are all arriving at their first destinations. Our first ore train, ore lorry, our ore truck, and our logs bulk from Burnham, they're all ready. Carrying cargo. If I click you, that's it, I can get to you. And here he goes, off delivering ore into the steel foundry, where a train is still waiting. I've put all the wait till full instructions on each of the lines to make sure they wait a little while at least for some goods to turn up. And in the meantime, we have turned into 2012. Oh, and Cam now accepts machines. Cam is a very long way away, which may be a clue as to what I plan to do with the delivery of these machines, if I can find these factories. That's the trouble with having such a distributed network for an industry chain, is finding each component part when you want to. Anyway, everything is underway, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave you for now. I will say thank you so much for joining me today for this episode of Transport Fever 2. If you've enjoyed this, it'd be great to hear from you. A little bit of a like would be lovely. Even better, if you've got anything you feel like saying about what I've done with the game itself, anything at all to be honest, then please do just drop a note into the comments box below. That would be absolutely awesome. And of course, if you've not already subscribed to the channel, you could do that now. And that way you'll know when I upload another one of these or any of my other Let's Play series. But from me, Ajaxpost, here in Transport Fever 2. Until the next time, bye bye for now.